We lost him.
Not yet, we didn't. Ow.
Wait, don't go in there. He's doing his podcast.
Hello everyone, we're back with another episode of Successfully Failing. Depressing week, sports-wise.
Yeah, my weekend suck.
Jets lost, Giants lost, Yankees lost, Knicks lost, so whatever.
Top to bottom, it's it.
But,
it sucks.
Yeah, that's another story for another day. And we're probably going to be depressed after this
TLC.
TLC.
Yeah, we're just like masochists. We're just like yo, we just don't learn.
Yeah, we might as well just jump in front of a train or something.
Know?
But so alright, before we get into that, just make sure you head over to Successfully Failing TV on the YouTube, subscribe. We've got every single episode of the Successfully Failing podcast. And until further notice, there's not going to be new episodes of the Successfully Failing podcast on iTunes till we get that situation worked out. But you could still catch us on YouTube. Every single episode will be up there. And you'll get the most recent episodes on SoundCloud. So if you go to SoundCloud, just look up Successfully Failing. We're there. Hit subscribe. We'll hit you. Every new episode will be uploaded. Just so you guys if you want to listen to it that way. But we're on YouTube. I put up a bunch of different new videos. We've had Comic-Con. I put together a couple of little videos for that. But anyways. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe. Also, this is very important news. The Successfully Failing Patreon is live. So head over to patreon.com/successfullyfailing if you want to help this thing keep on moving. There's a bunch of different tiers with different rewards. I'll go over that in our next half of this episode. So I'll break down that to you. I'll break that down to you guys. Just so you can see what incentives there are for helping us out, outside of hearing our lovely voices. Alright, so tonight, TLC. It's actually happening in about less than 45 minutes. So I'm gonna do a quick recap. A quick rundown of the matches and what to expect and what we expect from it. It's really only one thing I think any of us even care about, but yeah, so alright, so one of the pre-shows is a Drew Gulak PowerPoint presentation. Whatever, that could stay on the pre-show. I'm actually surprised they didn't put that on the fucking
the main card.
The main card.
Yeah, since everything's backwards over WWE land.
Yeah. The second kickoff match is Sasha Banks and Alicia Fox. Sucks for Sasha Banks that she's been demoted to the pre-show, especially when there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. And most of those matches are going to be 10 minutes long. So, whatever. Maybe not. The entire match, the match in its entirety might be about 20 minutes because of all the entrances and shit, but the match itself, those matches itself will probably be 10 minutes, if that. So, anyways, yeah, so Sasha Banks is taking on Alicia Fox. Who cares?
Yeah, Sasha is going to squash that. When
she should have been the one to be fighting Asuka. At least, I mean, you want to put Asuka against a formidable opponent, but I'm going to get into that because I have a little theory that just popped up into my head. But, yeah, so, alright, so the actual TLC kicks off with Cedric Alexander versus Rich Swann versus Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. That should be a good match. Should be.
That's a what match? That's a main card?
That's the main card match.
Cedric Alexander who?
And Rich Swann against Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick.
That should be a good match.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's not on the pre-show, but I think they learned their lesson with putting certain tag team matches in the pre-show.
They need to get them.
I mean, that does sound like a pre-show match, though, but I am not mad at all. That's on the main show.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
That
that...
would be 15 minutes.
Well,
guys like Cedric and Rich Swann needs
I mean,
legit exposure.
yeah, I mean, every single one of those guys are like awesome in their own right, especially Alexander and Rich Swann.
And and this guy too, the
Kendrick.
Kendrick's a veteran. He really doesn't need it.
Oh, you mean Gallagher?
Gallagher, yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's still a gentleman, but he's a heel gentleman. But yeah, so all these guys, yeah, they deserve the exposure, you know, like to put them on the main card. I mean, that's what a pay-per-view is for, to put these guys up there. But whatever. So, I don't really know who's gonna take this match. I mean, as long as it's a good match, I guess we're all winners.
I see Gallagher and
Kendrick.
and Kendrick taking it because Cedric and Swan got the freaking the victory on Raw.
Oh, okay. What do you think, X?
I would say Swan and the lumbar check.
Yeah.
Swan and Cedric.
It's funny. Cedric shouldn't even be a fucking cruiserweight.
I think he could be a good mid card guy.
Yeah, he can pass. He can pass for. He could play in both. I mean, he can wrestle in both. But I think he's just got the body of a mid card dude. You know.
He used to be one, but he lost weight to be in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Like if he was in New Japan, he could pass to be in the heavyweight picture. Because I would say he's about the same size as Ishii and Evil. But anywho, yeah, so that should be a good match. I don't really know who's going to win. I just say Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. But Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann, I mean, yeah, I don't know. But I just hope it's a good match. I really don't care who wins or loses. I mean, just...
As long as they have like 15, 20 minutes.
I mean, the time doesn't even matter. I mean, you got to understand, they could fit a good match into 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a long time, even though they should be a little longer, but...
But like CM Punk said in his thing, it's harder because like him and
No,
John Morrison.
I know it's harder, but you can still have a decent match because you know with the WWE...
Shibata and Ishii had a good 11-minute match.
Yeah, because you know with the WWE, it's all about promos
No, but I'm saying, like,
and
you can't-
entrances.
It's hard to do that shit in a 5-minute match.
I
That's
didn't
what
say
I'm saying.
5 minutes, I said 10 minutes. They're not going to have a 5-minute match. If they have a 5-minute match, I'll probably turn the shit off, but... I mean, not really, but...
Well, you're talking about a tag team match, right?
Yeah.
A 10-minute tag team. Well, then it had to be fast-paced. I don't want to see no rest holds then and none of that shit.
Well, a lot of these guys...
it could still work.
Yeah, well, a lot of these guys can get it on, but yeah, you know how...
Freaking New Day and Usos could have a good 10-minute match without rest holds and none of that shit.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, yeah, it should be a little longer than that. It's only 6 matches, so 6 matches in 3 hours, it's pretty much... It should be a half hour per match. Should be. Well,
There will be one match that's going to take the fucking under-the-rug bullshit.
Yeah. And we'll get to that soon. All right, so yeah, like I said, as long as it's a good match, that's all that matters. The next match is the Cruiserweight Championship match. Kalisto is the current champion, which was very fucking weird. I mean, not that he doesn't deserve it, but just like I feel like he
If
just
there's
won
one
it.
match that should be under the rug, is that
This
match.
one, yeah.
Get out of here with that
But
shit.
it might be a quickie in the favor of Enzo, which Enzo is fighting Kalisto for the championship. So it might be some cheap bullshit because now he's got his faction or whatever, and
But Enzo got a squad?
he's got a squad now. He's got a heel squad now.
Who's this?
I don't, Chris. Who do you know his faction?
Drew Gullit, Tony Nese.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, that makes no sense because
They
Gulick
all-
is doing his own thing in the. Gulick had a-
Mustafa Ali, Davari,
But
and who the fuck is?
but usually but hold on but.
There's one more.
Well,
No, it doesn't matter right
yeah.
now because 2 weeks ago they all beat his ass.
Yeah, and it's
Probably
stupid
just
too
feel like
because
he's
when you
getting
have a
this-
faction, it's usually people fighting for the same cause, so to speak. Gulick is doing his own thing. You got that PowerPoint presentation. How does that mesh with what Enzo's putting out? And like you said,
But
yeah, he just
they
everybody
all-
beat his ass 2 weeks ago,
Yeah, they all whooped his ass. What the? Oh my god.
and he's supposed to be getting punished, guys. I don't see him getting punished.
No, you know what? Just I don't want to waste any
Yeah.
energy on this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a stupid match. I would hope Kalisto wins. Enzo's probably gonna win because I only think they gave the belt to Kalisto whenever it was because of it was the anniversary. Well, it was the birthday of Eddie Guerrero.
I think
So-
they did it because of the backlash. because everybody was complaining, it's like, yo, you're just fucking up the cruiserweight division.
But they're gonna give him the belt back anyways. That's the fucked up part. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have the belt. Enzo does not deserve the belt. Like, you could say what you want about the cruiserweight division, but it's not their fault. It is not the wrestler's fault that is a bad segment or a bad show. It's solely because Vince does not respect it. Now, if it was run, which makes no sense because it's not on air, it's not on national TV, it's on the app.
The network.
Yeah, so like we've spoke about this before, where why don't you just give them a day to themselves? Let them wrestle in Orlando. Like let them wrestle in the new sale.
Full Sail.
Full Sail. I want to say new sale. Think about New Day. Yeah, put them in the Full Sail arena, and there you go. Well, not arena, but put them there and let them have their own thing, and then like just like NXT, let them thrive on their own. But no, you want to mix it up, like, and then whatever. Anyways, but
all I gotta say is for guys like Leo Rush, Godspeed. They're gonna put you in that division. They're just gonna bury you into oblivion.
Wait, we talking about
Well, Leo Rush is a new NXT talent.
Okay, no, I was thinking about Ricochet.
Well, Ricochet can't come on board until like January, and I hope that he's be like, yo, if I'm coming on, I ain't gonna be in that 205 live bullshit.
Yo.
It's between WWE and New Japan for Ricochet.
Oh, cause wait, Ricochet wasn't wrestling on the New Japan, right?
No, he's not a full time.
He wasn't. He wasn't signed.
Remember, what's his name? Kota just re-signed with signed full time with New Japan. So if Ricochet's smart, he'll maybe maybe he's going to the Super Junior tournament.
He said no. He did. He's been in the Super Junior.
Well, I'm saying maybe that's because he lost the tag team belt. Maybe he's gonna get a push there.
Well, no, because he's doing one last promotion and some other one last match and the other thing.
Okay.
And like he said that he's not gonna be able to do it after January, and that's because if he signs to New Japan, he's not allowed to do that event because of the CMML. Shit.
Okay, but either way, the whole thing WWE. Is that like he unfortunately he's probably going to the WWE.
Yeah, because he already got a following in New Japan.
Too, so.
What?
I think they signed his girlfriend for the.
Well, either way, in advance, rest in peace, Ricochet. I mean, I hope he doesn't leave, but then again, I mean, you gotta put into account that it's probably not gonna happen, but there is a possibility that there could be change in the WWE in the future. Like. It probably won't happen anytime soon. It may never happen, but there's always a possibility, and that's why these guys always come. Because like we could say what we want about the WWE and how we feel about the WWE, but I mean that's the big leagues for a lot of these guys as far as exposure. And you never know. Maybe you come through and get a legit run, which probably won't happen anytime soon. But that's the thing. That's how they're looking at it. Like they know they're probably gonna go through bullshit, and they're probably not gonna get the respectable run that they deserve. But I mean, why not try it?
Tell that to Neville. That dude got superstar written all over him.
Hands down, it makes.
But hey, people still want to see Kane. According to the WWE, people still want to see Kane
in the main event too.
Get out of here.
Well, anyways, yeah. Rest in peace, Ricochet. Next match, which should have been awesome, and I have nothing against Emma, but. We're getting Asuka versus Emma, and this is Asuka's debut, Asuka. And it baffles me because, like, from what Asuka did in the NXT roster and her reign there, she held it down for a long time. She probably would have still had the belt if it wasn't for that injury. But like, I don't know what they're going to do with her, but my assumption is that she's gonna get buried.
She's gonna get buried in the main roster, but not by Emma.
Dude, this is Vince we're talking about. Watch her lose.
Vince don't think too much of Emma, which I think Emma should already be in the top tier of females and wrestlers.
And that's the fucked up thing, because Emma's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, she's one of the best wrestlers out there, and she's just awesome in general. Like,
maybe she's not attractive enough. quote
Dude, she's
unquote.
fucking pretty.
Man, it's just about every female wrestler in the WWE is
No, we're
pretty.
talking about Emma.
Oh, Emma?
Yeah,
Emma's fucking
and she's
gorgeous.
Australian. Come on, but yeah. And so it's nothing against Emma. It's just that you have, like, all right. Well, Nia Jax, she's that she had that thing. Maybe that's why they didn't have her
Have
win
you
it.
ever seen Emma like not in her wrestling gear?
Yes, I have, but we're talking about wrestling. We're not talking about looks.
Was you he was saying
You're disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Nasty.
nasty.
Nasty. You're disgusting. We're talking about her in-ring ability, and you bring it down to
She
her
does
looks.
have in-ring ability, they just never give her the chance.
Hashtag feminism, Chris. Come on, that's a thing. You're gonna make us
Okay.
lose one of our 5 viewers. Our listeners, excuse me. But no.
Chris's opinions does not reflect us.
Yeah, we all have
Like,
different
I wasn't
opinions.
saying anything fucking
It's a goddamn joke. We all have different opinions. I have different opinions from X. It's funny. We actually don't argue a lot on the show as we do in like real life. But whatever.
I wasn't being sexist. I was being.
We're still in the honeymoon
misogynist.
phase of all this. But yeah, no, it's just like, if all right. So what I was trying to say was that like Nia Jax would have been the perfect opponent for Asuka, especially if you're trying to build her up as this like powerhouse, which I hope they do. But whatever. I mean, Emma can wrestle, so we might see a good match. But I think this is gonna be a squash. I think this match will be shorter than
Emma
that.
and
What was
Asuka.
their NXT takeover match?
Emma and Asuka actually had a good match.
No, I know that. I mean, I never seen the match, but I remember hearing about it. But the thing is, the way this roster is run, this
Oh.
might be the squash match of the night.
Nah, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, and I hope
Yeah.
it's good because
I think it's going to be a good showcase for both of them. But
this would have been probably my second. It would have been like tie for second, just because I found out about, just because I looked at the Jack Gallagher, Brian Kendrick, Alexander, and Swan match, because that I think is going to be a very solid match. Well, I hope it is. But yeah, the Asuka and Emma would be up there. I just feel like I smell a fucking squash coming. And you know what's funny? As fucked up as it is, I feel like Emma's gonna do some shit and win this match really quick. I don't know. That's just how the WWE is. Like, you try to get excited for these things, and then like
They've been saying Triple H has been fighting today. He's not going. He's been fighting to keep him around.
Triple H's influence could only go so far,
Yeah,
especially on
exactly.
the main roster.
And this is what I was saying before, that like he doesn't care who it is, he will spite that person. But anyways, yeah, so we got that match. I'm assuming Asuka's gonna win. But like, I just feel like with this bullshit that they pull, it's gonna be some dumb shit. And then we follow that up with another match, but this match is definitely probably most definitely going to be a shit match. You know what that match is, X?
Well, Finn Balor and AJ Styles.
No. We haven't touched that yet. The Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss, the current champion, defending against Mickie James.
They had a decent match before.
That shit's gonna. This is gonna be garbage.
Lex is going to win, and that's all I'm going to say from that. I don't want to. Mickie James deserve a better opponent than. I don't want to go into any Alexa Bliss's whatever.
Then, yeah. I don't really care about. Whatever. Anyways, the next match, which is the match that we are all excited for, but my question is, should we be excited for it?
Oh, so the Finn Balor and AJ Styles.
Finn Balor and AJ Styles. Yes.
So
this match came out of the blue, by the way.
So the viral meningitis saved us from Bray Wyatt dressing in drag.
Yep. And dude, anybody who listens to the show, it's no secret that I am a huge Bray Wyatt fan. I think we are Bray Wyatt fans. It's just that, damn, Sasha Banks looks so good. Yo, to get off track real quick, Nick was talking about this. He was reading comments, and somebody said something about she looks like an armadillo with makeup. Yo, that shit had me dying.
She must be blonde.
Nah, she's sexy, but it was funny though. I don't know why you get so offended, like she's your girlfriend, Chris, because that shit was hilarious. Even if that was my girlfriend and I saw a comment like that, I would still laugh.
I said he just looks blonde.
It's a joke, man. Oh, there's the dude with the long hair. But anyways, yeah, so we got Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody knows, it's no secret, these two guys were leaders of the Bullet Club at one point. Finn being the founding member and AJ Styles being the next leader.
The guy who brought the Bullet Club to popularity.
Yep.
Because he was already
Chris, oh god damn it, Chris! Nobody's arguing. Nobody's arguing anything about any. Nobody's arguing about Kenny Omega and AJ Styles are both fucking amazing, and they've both done.
words in my damn mouth.
Nobody's.
Said that's the reason why I need to.
Okay, thank you. But anyway, so we got these two guys facing off now, and the reason why that happened is because apparently, what was it? Bo Dallas had like meningitis, and they quarantined Bray Wyatt, who is his brother. And JoJo from, I mean, that's what I heard. I don't know if that was just a joke or, I mean, so it's, allegedly. Just because they, he ate the booty once doesn't necessarily mean they're together. This is 2017. This isn't fucking 2000 and, I mean, not 2000. This is 1985. But,
wasn't he still married when he did all that?
Listen, that's his department. I don't really listen to. I don't pay. I don't read the.
Okay.
I don't read the gossip segments or whatever. The
So they got divorced after that scandal, huh? Bray Wyatt makes me sick.
Nah, Bray, you're the man, dude.
Bray makes me sick.
Bray Wyatt is the eater of worlds, and if you've seen JoJo's butt before,
something else.
Well, if you've seen JoJo's butt before, that shit is a fucking planet. Yeah, she holding up boxes of bootios on that shit. But anyways, yeah, so because of the meningitis issue, Roman Reigns is also out because of that, right?
Yeah.
So Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas, and allegedly JoJo, which really doesn't play into any of the matches, are all out. So, because of that, they just decided to replace Bray Wyatt with AJ Styles. Now, this should be like match of the year candidate, like a match of the year candidate. It should be. But let's rewind. Who was it, like 3 weeks ago? The now infamous Bullet Club invasion. Ever since that, Vince has sort of quote unquote had enough with the Bullet Club antics and the use of Too Sweet and all that, and actually seriously sent out a cease and desist.
Where are the Bullet Club shirts?
Oh shit, yeah.
Because you usually see a lot of Bullet Club shirts around here. You know what I'm saying?
No, I saw a Cody shirt.
What they probably do is like they flip it out.
Yeah, tell them to turn that shit inside out.
Yeah,
I saw a Cody.
No, I'm saying they probably flip it back when they get into the in the seats, but then yeah, because dude, we would see at least like 10 of them right now in the front. But yeah, so because of that, Vince actually really put out a cease and desist to, for the Young Bucks to stop using the Too Sweet and whatnot, and which to me is stupid because the Bullet Club asked oh damn, she's bleeding. The Bullet Club asked was it Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and them to use for permission to use the Too Sweet, and whatever. So anyways, my point is that Vince is a spiteful guy. So we everybody thinks we're getting like this awesome, amazing match, but watch there be some stupid shit that happens.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm hoping and praying that this is like match of the year candidate, because right now, we all been on that New Japan kick, watching it more consistently. We came off the G1 during the summer. Now they're having the Road to Power struggle, and dude, that's a whole fucking like 2 weeks of wrestling. It's not tournament stuff. It's just like tag teams
King
and stuff.
of Pro Wrestling just passed. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, now it's the Power Struggle event.
Power struggle, they're gonna have I don't know if it's Road to Power struggle or at Power struggle. They're gonna have the junior tags on.
Yeah. So there's 2 weeks because the Power Struggle doesn't happen till the 9th, like the actual event. So we've got like events for like about 2 weeks. And yeah, so to get a solid match and possibly maybe a solid future angle going on, then that'd be great. But like I said, this is Vince, and he is a spiteful man, and he will spite his own family. So are we gonna get an amazing match, or are we going to get a dick tease? Because
we're not gonna get an amazing match. If we don't have an amazing matches in WrestleMania or SummerSlam, we're not going to get one tonight.
No, you know what though? We would get some shit tonight and not WrestleMania though. Like we would get some shit like that. I don't know, man. Like, and then there's arguments. There's arguments that Chris was looking into. Like people were saying, like I don't know. I'm just I'm paraphrasing what I think I heard you say. There's people complaining about that just happening out of nowhere and whatnot. Yeah, and the thing is, like, it doesn't have to It doesn't have to be this built
Why
up.
she pin her outside?
Cause she dumb. That's why.
That's like when she thought she was a belt.
Yo, Alexa Fox. Alicia
Alicia.
Fox. She's she's retarded.
Yeah, she's a good wrestler.
She is a good wrestler, but she's just her.
I just don't like her character when she's all kicking and screaming.
Yeah, that's like really.
Before
annoying.
that, when she was when she was all uppity and everything, that she was cool, and then.
I remember her, and then she.
She was a belt.
But anyways, back to the topic at hand. So So people are complaining about it, saying that like it's not built up. It's not built up. There hasn't been any promos. Like, does it really have to be a promo? Just like similar to AJ Styles and Shinsuke. Like, that's something that they could just like throw in people's faces, and anybody who's first of all, if you're a wrestling fan, you'll get it. And if you're not a huge wrestling fan, but I mean, if you're not like one of those people that watch New Japan, ROH, and all that stuff, if you're not one of those people,
But yet
hold on, wait, let me finish. If you're not one of those people, after watching that match, if you're a fan of wrestling, you will respect it, and maybe you'll look back. It's like watching a X is not gonna like this, but a more current Jericho versus Chris Benoit match. Like you look at like one of their more recent, I would say that ladder match they had, that was relatively recent by their standards. But then you see that match, and then you go back to their WCW and their New Japan stuff. Well, I don't know about New Japan. I think it was All Japan. That's where they used to wrestle. I don't remember exactly where. Jericho and Benoit. I know they used to wrestle in Japan. I just don't. I
don't know which. There was like a couple of organizations, especially back then.
Yeah, because I know they wrestled in All Japan. I don't know if they wrestled in New Japan though, because New Japan is relatively newish compared to the other Japanese promotions.
Actually, New Japan is the one that went popular.
But that was.
It's been around
recent
since
one,
it's been around since '72.
Oh, it has. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's. Oh yeah. No, that's what I meant. Okay, it was something else.
It was going down and out in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah, excuse me. That was
and Ace, what's his name?
Sting.
Tanahashi.
The Japanese Sting.
Yeah, he saved it basically.
And
him and Nakamura.
Yeah, and I say that with all respect. No, but you know what's funny though?
Bullet Club wasn't around in mid.
Bullet Club is just like a recent thing, like the last
4 years.
Yeah, not even 10 years. So, but anyways, yeah. So, but it like with AJ Styles and Finn Balor, I mean, if you've been following at least their WWE and Finn Balor's NXT stuff, like they're capable of getting it in and putting on good matches. So why not put two of the guys? It doesn't have to be, David versus Goliath kind of thing, good versus evil. It doesn't even have to be Demon Balor. You could just be fucking Finn Balor, against AJ Styles. But my question to you, because you've been around New Japan since the transition from Finn Balor to AJ, well, Prince Devitt to AJ Styles, was that sort of like AJ Styles?
What do you mean, Prince Devitt to AJ Styles, or what are you talking about?
The Bullet Club transition.
Oh, the Bullet Club.
Carl
Yeah.
Anderson took a little bit.
Damn, that was a nice shot. But so yeah, like how did that, like, cause you know how Kenny kicked out Cole, like how was it like?
Oh, Finn Balor?
Yeah.
Oh, he just disappeared. And
And then he took over.
And then Carl Anderson was holding him down, and AJ showed up with a hoodie.
Okay. Oh, so it wasn't like like they took
No.
Okay. But even still, it's still cool to see like two founding members of something that's that big. But like now we're actually watching the pre-show in the back. Oh, I see a Cody Rhodes shirt. But still, it's not compared to like the amount that we normally see. Like they have to have it covered up or something or whatever, because like you'd see at least not the first couple rows, maybe like the 5 rows in back, you'll see a bunch of
Where
Bullet
is
Club.
TLC anyway?
That's a good question.
Because if it's in the north, if it was in the northeast, they already would be screaming Bullet Club.
That's true too. Let's see. Oh, it's in Minnesota, so
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah,
that's not.
figured that's not a.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be. That's like these that's a straight up WWE mark spot.
Yeah, they probably lynch Bullet Club. They probably lynch Bullet Club supporters.
If it was anywhere in like Philadelphia or even Florida or whatever, you would see that. Now that explains it. Minnesota is just Johnny come latelys and casual goers.
Yeah. Well, update. Sasha Banks won. Oh, I see a Bullet Club. Okay. Yeah, but there's nothing compared to what we normally see. But anyways, yeah. So it should back to Finn Balor and AJ Styles. It should be an awesome match. I know everybody is excited for this. Like whether you're, a huge wrestling fan or whether you're just a like more not casual, but you haven't really those people that don't watch New Japan but they watch a lot of wrestling.
I know nothing about that.
Well, no, but there are like because with me at one point I consider myself a relatively big wrestling fan. I didn't really get into New Japan. I knew of Japanese wrestling and other organizations, but I didn't really. It wasn't accessible. So I mean now it's more accessible, but there's a lot of people that really follow WWE. But whatever. But anywho, so should be good. Will it be good? We'll find out soon. I'm not going to do any promotion because
Finn Balor's going to take the victory on this one.
Yeah.
Balor only has one loss.
Yeah, I don't think his next loss will be to AJ.
Yeah, at least not now, unless they build this up. But yeah,
they don't even count that Samoa Joe loss as even Balor when he came with the black and white.
Look, with Demon Balor, Finn Balor, whatever. I mean, but either way, like if you look at it, Finn Balor's the younger dude. I think if AJ's just gonna put him over, so to speak. I mean, he doesn't really need to be put over, but so to speak, if he puts him over, that's fine. But hopefully it's a good match. But I'm trying not to get too excited because I've seen shit happen before. Now on to the final match, which never made sense from the beginning. Doesn't make sense now. It is cool to see Kurt Angle wrestling. But the thing is, though, on the other end of that, you ever see him walking around? He looks like he walks weird. Is it just me, or I don't know? Like, he looks like he walks weird.
It's just that the age getting to him, man.
Yeah, so
even his if you look at his recent wrestling matches, his posture is all messed up.
Yeah, I sat down and watched the Cody Rhodes matches. At least one of them, I think, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would have been.
I mean, I'm not mad at Angle. It's just that
it's not his fault. Yeah, he can't.
I mean, you can only do so much with your age and
the shit he's been through. I mean, he's been through a fucking lot.
Well, then again, guys like Kojima and Yuji Nagata is holding it down.
Well, the only thing is, you look at what I mean. He broke. I don't know about
he did break his neck.
Broke his neck twice or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had the drug problem. The knee injuries.
Yeah, he had a whole lot of injuries. That explains why. Okay.
Yeah. That's the only thing, because with these Japanese wrestlers, these guys, I mean, they put themselves through hell, but their conditioning is just. I mean, it does help that they don't wrestle every fucking 2 days or whatever for the most part. But then you use that argument, but then again, when they wrestle. There's no rest holds. There's none of that fucking. Like, roll out the ring, pause for 10-minute bullshit. Like, no, they wrestle. I mean, in G1, Kojima and Nagata and all these guys fucking. I mean, the only guy that wasn't really wrestling was Yano, and he was still wrestling.
Yeah.
So.
At least they let them wrestle too.
No. Yeah. So that's what we're saying. So it's like they actually.
But they got a whole different formula than the WWE formula. You could watch New Japan or any other Japan wrestling and watch the WWE or TNA and whatever. You could see night and day their formula, the way they do things.
Yeah, I mean,
Japan got that little bit of a no selling type thing, which they make fun of it, and it's like, okay, you're being entertained, right?
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like,
if it works for a character for the no sell, yeah.
Yeah.
Let it be. It's not like he's no selling a finishing move.
I mean, yeah, it's like, yo, all right. When there's this one time I was playing basketball and there was this park across the street from my house, and one of the rims was slightly shorter than normal because of the way the park was set up and whatever. So like a lot of guys used to be able to dunk on that rim. You know, like most of the people who can jump.
That one in the corner.
Yeah, PS1.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I was able to grab onto the rim and all that. So there was this one time where I grabbed onto the rim with my left hand. I went to pull up with my right to hold on with both, and I slipped, fell right on my shoulder, got right back up. You know, so it's the point is it's similar to that. Like if you get hit, sometimes you just pop right back up. You know, so like if I drop kick you and you know the adrenaline. So that's really like, I know wrestling is, you know, you're supposed to sell moves and whatnot, but I mean sometimes it just happens. And like like I said, if you're a guy like, you know, like if Braun Strowman did no sells or Brock Lesnar did no sells. You get it.
Yeah, but like freaking, I don't know if you remember Boss Mahoney. He got the sickest chair shots in like all of wrestling. Mm-hmm. This guy hits Kane in the head with a chair, and Kane no-sold that.
And that's okay.
And that's bullshit, right?
To me, that's okay. I mean, it's Kane.
No, but if you know Boss Mahoney's history, is like his chair shots are wicked. His chair shots put you away.
That's true, but on the other end, we talk about the real Kane, not this Kane, right? We're talking about the old school real Kane, like
the Kane without the mask, Kane. The Kane, the WWE that went to.
Oh, this happened recently?
When WWE had ECW. When WWE brought ECW back.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they just buried the shit out of the fucking ECW
Oh,
originals.
that was just dumb shit. But I mean, like, if it was like the old school Kane and you hit him with the chair, like I get it because he's supposed to be a demon monster or whatever. But yeah, yeah. So back to Kurt Angle. Yeah, he's wrestling, which is cool.
Yeah, it's good to see him wrestle, but
none of this makes sense.
Yeah, none of this really makes sense.
Yeah, like so.
Just like the when Roman Reigns was part in the picture, maybe the 3-on-5 would be like, all right, okay, you want to put him as a badass, whatever. I'll let that slide. But Roman Reigns not there, so this 3-on-5 don't make sense anymore.
No, and look, even all right. See, like if this was 3-on-5, like say Shield versus DX or Shield versus NWO, I could live with that. But you got the Shield versus Miz, who is the Intercontinental Champion. He's not defending his title.
Yeah, again.
Versus Sheamus and Cesaro, who turned out to be one of the best tag teams in this in the industry, well, in WWE right now. They're there. Dean Ambrose, and I get it, it's the whole Shield thing, but aren't they the champions? Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins? Yeah. So look, they're not even wearing their belts now. The Shield is more important than their titles. And it's not
sell the T-shirts.
And it's not that the Shield is more important. It's Roman Reigns. They did this Shield thing just to make people try to not necessarily cheer for Roman Reigns, but cheer when he's in the vicinity, like cheer when he's in the ring, because still nobody cares about Roman Reigns. They only care about the Shield. So, but yeah, there's so much wrong shit with this match, and like I said, The Miz is not defending his title, which should be defended, used to be the most prestigious title. He's bringing that sort of feel to it, but they're not even defending it.
He's not defending it, so what's the point of him having the belt?
Yeah, that's like, and then to top it off, you have Braun Strowman. Like, so you have this weird-ass mix with a big-ass dude on the team.
Exactly. He's on a team, Braun Strowman, which is already a mismatch alone. He's on a team full of 5 members against 3. That's already not fair.
And it's not even like that other team was a faction. If it was the NWO and they had Big Show on their side, that's okay, because why? It's the NWO. That's part of it. That's their big monster dude. But you just throw Braun Strowman in there. What are you trying to do? You trying to make Braun Strowman look big, or you trying to make Roman Reigns look big? Because they confuse the shit out of me.
It's stupid.
it is, man.
Stupid. I got Braun. Then you got Kane. And
then, Kane too. Yeah, I forgot about Kane. You have two. Like if it was Braun Strowman versus 6 people.
If you want to do that, if you want to do that, you got to take Braun Strowman out of it.
Yeah, like
Braun Strowman is already a mismatch.
Yeah, dude. Like if it was Braun Strowman against 6 people, that I get it. Like you're trying to make him like, and yeah, if Kane came out and interfered, whatever. If he hit Roman Reigns and the motive for him hitting Roman Reigns was because he beat his brother, even though it's dumb and it's too late for that. But okay, but you're putting him in. None of this shit makes sense, man. None of this shit makes sense. Like you couldn't even start up an actual faction. Like this would have been the perfect opportunity to have Shield versus the Club. We've been talking about this for a while, but.
It makes too much sense for it to happen. So you know how the WWE doesn't like things that makes too much sense.
The only saving grace, and this is, I mean, well, not saving grace because that match should be awesome anyways, but this will be, and this is me like totally jumping the gun because this is not gonna happen. We're gonna end this in about a minute or so. Is in the Finn Balor Finn Balor AJ Styles match that. Now I see since the Demon is in this match, is the Demon Finn Balor, maybe it's still stupid, but the only way that AJ Styles was able to beat the Demon is because of the Club.
No,
the only good thing about that is that now you have the Club.
No, it'd be
or
better.
some kind of oh, there you go. Somebody said too sweet.
No.
What?
It'd be better if they come out, think they're gonna help Styles, and then turn on Styles and go back to the original leader.
That would make sense, but you have the Demon Finn Balor, so it's like
but Finn Balor is his face, so unless it's going to
they're
be
both face. Let's get
so
that.
yeah,
true.
so somebody with the heel team coming in, you know.
If it's anybody, it's gonna be AJ, and the reason why I say it would be AJ that gets the help is because
AJ works well as a heel.
AJ is supposed to get some type of feud with Jinder Mahal after
but that's not
Lesnar and
that's
Balor's supposed to get a
first
thing
of all
at
that's
Rumble.
see, there you go with the goddamn the fucking
dirt sheets. Dirt sheets.
Dude, I watch wrestling, and the only way it's interesting to me.
I said because that happened on SmackDown, fucking Styles, and Balor keeps bringing up his whole Universal.
He keeps bringing it up, and then they throw him in
up for
another
like a whole year.
Yeah. I called
that.
that shit. I said once he brought that up 20 minutes later or the next day, they're gonna forget about it.
Who
What
the fuck
happened?
is there for Lesnar to face before WrestleMania?
Who cares? That's the thing.
He's gonna lose that shit to
That's the
Raw.
thing. Who cares? But my thing is that if it would be cool, but it's not gonna happen anyways. If the Club came out and helped at either or, I don't care who they help. But
some shit after the match.
Either way. But the thing is, they're not gonna do it. And if they did do it, it would make more sense for them to do it against the Demon Finn Balor, because the Demon, you know, WWE has this fascination with people getting superpowers and all this dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Is this rating? Is the Demon Finn Balor rating different in the WWE?
I really don't think so. I really think people.
The Demon Finn Balor is really rated better.
What? Wait, in the game? Oh, that's dumb. Anyways, TLC is about to kick off. We'll be back either later or tomorrow to finish this episode up. Peace, y'all.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, Gohan's muscles erupt with his newly bridled power, and Cell sends his children to test the boy's strength all at once. The Cell Juniors reveal they too know the Z-Fighter's special moves, but it's too little too late, and Gohan is prepared to destroy.
Hey, listen. Is your mouth tiny and small? Then why don't you come down a little bit? Where the food is tiny. It looks like regular food, but really tiny. You can put it in your mouth and eat it. Nothing gets stuck in your lips. It's just tiny and fits right in. Fits right in. We got tiny lasagna, tiny pizza, tiny pie. Little tiny fried eggs. Oh shit. We got tiny people. Little bits. You hungry? Come on down. Little bits. Eat some shit, you stupid bitch. Just kidding.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Word, Chris, tell them why you mad. Hello, guys, we're back. Listen, well, not another episode. This is continuing the episode we started before. So yeah, TLC.
Cheap ass TLC.
Right, Nick?
Hell yeah.
No. On all realness, it was actually solid until
It was watchable.
it was solid until the end. Cause all right, so it was solid. Cause that Asuka match, Asuka and Emma, that was a surprise match. I didn't think it was gonna go that way. I thought that typical.
But the thing is, we already know the outcome, so that's Why we were like?
It's the same thing like when you watch a New Japan match. When you see a young lion in the tag team match, you know that team's gonna lose, but it's still. It's like, I mean, it was stupid that they put her against Emma, and again, nothing against Emma, but it was a solid match though. Like Emma did her thing, Asuka did her thing, but I mean, that was good to see that actually be a good match. No, what was after that? Chris, what was after that? It was a tag team match, right? Between Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann versus
Jack Gallagher.
Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. That was a good match too.
Brian Kendrick. The
Oh
whole
yeah, son.
Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. It started out 2 for 2. We had a solid tag team match. I mean, we expected it to be solid. Who won? It was Alexander and Swan, right?
Oh yeah, son.
Yeah.
Black team.
Word. But that was a good match. Nice to see that. I'm surprised that wasn't a pre-show thingy. And then what was after that? The women's championship match. That's where it kind of got.
It was still a decent match.
Man. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I've seen way worse, but I don't know. Maybe I wasn't really paying attention to it, so that's kind of like unfair to them. But whatever. So.
You know the veteran heel that's going to lose to the young heel. Yeah. Veteran loses to the young heel because the young heel is the heel move.
Who cares? Anyways, yeah. Alexa Bliss retained. Now the match after that was, I guess we're up to Styles and Balor. Now I was afraid. Oh, fuck that. Cruiserweight Championship. Kalisto won. That's it. I mean, no. Enzo won. And see, and that's exactly what I said was gonna happen. That Kalisto only won because of that fucking. Let me not say that. He only won it because it was Eddie Guerrero's birthday. It's the only reason why they gave it to him. You know, Vince thinks that, you know, you give somebody a belt on somebody's birthday, you're promoting.
He got nothing to do with Eddie Guerrero at all. So I don't even know why they even.
Because he's Hispanic. That's why. And he thinks that that's like, you know, honoring Hispanic people.
How about we have some black champions on in February or some shit?
Right? Yeah, Vince is all backwards, man. But anyways, yeah, so that doesn't match. I mean, that doesn't matter. So the match that we all came to see was Finn Balor and AJ Styles.
Never disappointed.
Nope. That the only thing I wish that I mean, obviously the match wasn't gonna go longer, but I wish that they had that little. Oh damn! What happened to Jordan's arm? Out of here. Shit, that's a nice bruise. He's alright though. But anyways, yeah, like yeah, it was solid, man. They both brought it. Like it definitely felt like it felt like one of those non-WWE matches. Yo, oh damn. Yo. Yeah, no, we're currently watching Raw in the background on mute, and Elias Sampson just swung his guitar at Jason Jordan, and like that was a real crazy swing. Yeah, he fucking hit a grand slam home run with that shit. One of those Giancarlo Stanton hits. But anyways, yeah. So back to Styles and Balor. Yeah, everything we expected. I mean, from the get, the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome." And you know that shit bothered Vince. Like, he can't get a reaction out of the matches that he's putting on the top of the card, but a match that just randomly happened by accident turned out to be a match of the year candidate. Like, it would have been nice if it was a little bit longer, but they still went almost 20 minutes, which wasn't bad at all. And there was no gimmicks in the match. There was no bullshit rest holds.
Mm-hmm.
It's straight up, they went at it. Like,
from bell to bell, son.
Mm-hmm. And they both brought it. You kind of knew that Finn Balor was gonna win because Styles didn't really need it. Finn needed it more than Styles. Yeah. But either way, like, it was just awesome from beginning to end. And like I said, the only complaint is that you wish it could have kind of went all night. But the thing that sucks the most is that that's all we're gonna get from that.
Yeah. Like
they had an opportunity tonight at Raw. So to get off topic a little bit, So Raw kicks off. Kurt Angle has his promo about how it felt to be in the ring or whatever. Again, cool. That's what's up. Then he starts to talk about the upcoming matches for Survivor Series, and then after he announces them, then the Miz comes out with Sheamus, Cesaro, and Curtis Axel, and fucking they were gonna jump him, and then the Shield came out. Well, the 2/3 of the Shield came out to help, and then AJ Styles ended up coming out, which this is why like this shit don't make sense, because a little later you put after this match, Kane ended up interfering somewhere at this point. I forget if it was when the match finished or it was while the match happened, but yeah, okay, so Styles got the win, and after the match, Kane interfered. Started fucking everybody up. He was standing outside the ring for like 15 minutes while they decided to show recaps of the night before that they just showed earlier. And inevitably, what ultimately happened was Finn Balor came out to take on Kane. And I mean, first of all, it was just a waste in general. We know exactly how this is going to play out, and it played out exactly that way, where Kane beat the shit out of Balor, won the match. So pretty much Finn Balor is going to have to turn into the Demon Balor to beat the Demon Kane. Like,
Book it.
Exactly. But
that's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's a great idea, Kevin.
But instead of that, you could have had you could have built into Finn Balor and AJ Styles for Survivor Series. Even if it wasn't them two one-on-one, they could have led both teams or been part of both teams, and you could have built into that, and then maybe eventually they both end up on the same same show or whatever. There's a lot of possibilities with that, but no, they decide to put Finn Balor in another meaningless thing, because I'm pretty sure when Bray Wyatt comes back, they're gonna put him back against Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
So
Finn Balor's gonna like get ready to beat Kane. All you're gonna see is Bray Wyatt dressed in drags, talking about Sister Abigail and blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. So
I'm a genius, Kevin.
And it sucks because that last night, you didn't have. Ken, every time X is sitting in front of the TV, they show that clip of this chick about to give birth, and it's like all in his face. But anyways, so like you have that awesome match that came out of nowhere, and you could have built into that. Survivor Series is the perfect thing for that. Oh God, and guys, just so you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know this if you're into the wrestling thing at all. We're gonna get fucking Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal.
The modern day Maharaja.
Yeah, which is funny because in the Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle had this fucking girl. Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle had a little promo later on in the show, pretty much bragging about both of their brands, and Kurt Angle brought up all the superstars in SmackDown. Didn't bring up Jinder Mahal, and that made me happy. But anyways, so back to the Styles and Finn Balor match. It was awesome from beginning to end. At the end, probably one of the most like awesomest moments in wrestling in general, where you have two former leaders of the Bullet Club actually saluting each other at the end. Like that was just great. But it doesn't make any sense, man. Like you had something out of nothing, but I mean, and you could still continue whatever card you had afterwards. Like you could the Balor and Bray Wyatt, like let it die down a little bit. Like even if like Bray Wyatt interfered in a Survivor Series match with AJ Styles and Finn Balor, that's okay. Like, but nah. So we're getting Kane and Finn Balor, and Kane beat Finn Balor. And he might beat Finn Balor again, and then Balor's gonna be like, "Oh, I've got to be the Demon King," So some shit like that. We just saw this before, twice actually. How many times did he go Demon against Bray Wyatt? Whatever.
Well, he did win twice. Well, this was supposed to be the second time.
Yeah, this is the second time he went Demon against Finn Balor.
No, Balor's going to Abigail, so he had it.
He went Demon twice. So it's like whatever. And then the last match, just a fucking 20, 30 minutes of just like the wrestlers look bored, man. Like Sheamus, Cesaro, they all look bored. Like they're like, what the fuck are we doing? Just as we said before the show, did it make sense?
Yeah, no, it didn't make sense then. Doesn't make sense now. It will never make sense. And I think that the only thing they even had Strowman over there is for his face turn.
And that you could have done that so many other ways. Like
Exactly.
a 90 on 1, like either way. All right, so if that's supposed to be a face turn, it doesn't even seem like a face turn. It just seems like a fucking rogue monster just beating up everybody because he's pissed. Like they threw him in a garbage truck, and he's, according to WWE lore, probably dead. Because Kane said he went to go look for him. He found nothing but trash. So we're gonna get.
So if you don't see a body, that means.
Well, he said he called Strowman trash. That's what.
I
he called him
whatever.
trash.
I don't care anyways. You care more about the dumb stories than anything else.
No, I'm saying what he said.
Oh, that's what I thought he said. It's the same shit anyways. You know why? It doesn't matter. Cause Braun Strowman's gonna come back as the Toxic Avenger. And then they're gonna come out with a Toxic Avenger movie, and then Vince McMahon is gonna sue the people making the movie because all of a sudden he has rights to that, just like the whole bar thingy. Yeah, Nick, you ever noticed that? You ever seen so that whole Sheamus and Cesaro thing, the bar? That's a Ford commercial. Now, first of all, that's a saying that's been going on for forever. But Ford, I don't know what came first, whether it was Sheamus and Cesaro doing it, or that current Ford commercial, or that Ford motto. So yeah, we was talking about the whole Too Sweet thing. How Vince, he wants to run around throwing cease and desist because they did it once in the WWE or whatever. Like he owns everything, but then he can go and take shit from everybody else, and it's all good. But anyways, yeah. So whatever. But TLC was solid until that. Like if it ended at Finn versus Styles, nobody would be complaining. And guess what? The Miz is not defending his title again. Well, in his defense, I guess nobody's defending the title in Survivor Series, which I get. I mean, they're doing brand versus brand, but I mean, this dude, Chris, when was the last time Miz defended his title? No Mercy, which was a bullshit pay-per-view.
Did he defend it anywhere in between?
Nope, he didn't even defend it in SummerSlam, but he defended it in No Mercy. Did he defend it in WrestleMania, or that's when he won it?
I don't know.
See, and this is not a shot at Miz, not at all, because if this were Once Upon a Time.
No, he beat Ambrose at Extreme.
So was that after WrestleMania?
Yeah, because remember, Ambrose faced Corbin.
Oh yeah.
Ambrose was champion.
See, look at that. But Ambrose has it. He defends it every fucking month, but he pretty much defended it every month for the most part. He defended it more than the Miz.
Well, when Ambrose first won the U.S. title, he didn't defend that shit at all either.
Well, I mean, fuck the U.S. title anyways.
True.
Yeah, I mean, compared to the, anyways, but yeah, so, right now there's a promo with Brock Lesnar and yeah, it would be cool if you just be like, yo, fuck you, I'm not fighting gender. But anyways, so outside of the TLC, there's been the Road to Power struggle going on. Did you see the first?
Nope.
You haven't seen any of them?
Nope.
Oh. Well, the first one wasn't really anything crazy.
The one we saw wasn't
It was.
event. No, that was that Blue Justice event.
It was still Road to
No,
Power
that
struggle.
wasn't-
Whatever, man. You know everything. Anyways, whatever. The whole thing is that we had Road to Power struggle. We watched it today. There was a match with it was just one of those regular tag team matches that they do just to fill time. It was Kota Ibushi, Tan Man, and oh wait, I'm fucking it up again. It was Kota Ibushi, Juice Robinson, and David Finlay versus who was it? Okada. Damn it! Why did I keep saying Okada? Tanahashi, Tan Man, and who else was in there? Was it Scott Steiner? Yeah. And it's crazy because like that match, which is not supposed to be, it's just supposed to be a regular filler match or whatever. Dude, that shit was awesome as hell. Tan Man was going in. Tan Man was hitting people with chops, dude. Like those shits were like I've never seen anything that loud, and he was getting legit. Like you actually almost thought he was gonna win.
Out of there.
Yeah, and then they had the main event was Bushi and Takahashi versus two guys from Mexico. Well, allegedly from Mexico. I think they're CMLL guys. Dude, you gotta watch that match. Like matter of fact, if you're sticking around, I'll put that shit on right now. That right there, like, dude, I posted something on Instagram, a clip where one of the guys did a suicide dive, and then, dude, this one of the luchador dudes fucking hit Takahashi with a hurricanrana. This dude almost broke his neck on the apron. I mean, his back on the apron. And the thing is, in this event, for some weird reason, there was no barricade. They're like, dude, the whole match, like the whole night, everybody's like fucking throwing people into the seats, and it was just crazy. And you can imagine how the match with this dude, what's his name, Suzuki was, because you know every time he's in a match, there's always that dude saying, be careful, whatever. So, but yeah, it was just weird because like they were just flying, like they didn't give a fuck, and it's cool because like I would love to be there. That's like the equivalent of going to a rock concert with no barricade, where you could just like jump on stage and then jump back into the crowd. But yeah, so you get matches like that, which this is Road to Power Struggle. It's not even their main pay-per-view, and you're getting matches with young lions that are fucking dope as shit, and they can't even. Dude, that TLC main event was just like. I kept looking at the time like, dude, we still got 15 more minutes of this shit. We still got 10 more minutes of this shit. What happened? Kurt Angle got beat up early in the match with a cheap ass power slam.
Yeah, then he had to go in the back and take a nap.
Yo, he was literally laid down by like, and I mean laid down as in like you're putting your baby down. Like that's how soft Braun Strowman put Kurt Angle through that table.
They even pinned Kurt Angle. They just he's hurt, so let's just sell it and carry him to the back. Yeah, right. Like it's could have just beat him up badly or something. You know, I'm sure Kurt Angle would take it. He had the vest on. Like, make him take one big bump and then go back and rest for 20 minutes and then come back out like he did. But, dude, that shit was a mess, man. But anyways.
Where's he going?
I don't know what's happening, but I'm guessing he probably called out Jinder and Jinder didn't come. Or Jinder's gonna end up being... I don't fucking know. This shit is so stupid. Joe's going to jump him right now. Oh, shit. Put him to sleep. Dude, I would... When is he gonna come back anyways? He should be coming back because his injury wasn't that... serious. Shit, man. Hopefully, see, he would be the perfect dude to take the title from Brock. He's the only dude that could. Yeah. Him or heel Balor. Yeah, he's the only guy that one-on-one could legitimately, realistically, you know, just by the looking at these people, could beat Brock, and he's the only person that somebody else can take. Like, all right, so if Braun Strowman were to beat Brock, you're not gonna see Finn Balor, like a normal Finn Balor or somebody like that beating. The Samoa Joe and the Brock Lesnar program, Samoa Joe just took it to Brock. Mm-hmm. He's like hunting him down, talking mad shit. He's like, "Yo, where you at?" But did they end that because like did they go into the next thing because they were just legitimately trying to get away from it, or was it because this dude got hurt? They wanted to go with Strowman. Oh yeah. I mean, I figured that's. Yeah, Strowman took over that spotlight. Yeah, I mean, and it sucks because you're building up Braun Strowman. First of all, you're building up Roman Reigns to be this beast. Then he gets manhandled by Braun Strowman. Then you're building up Braun Strowman to be this beast. Takes out the guy. And he gets fucking F5 once by Brock Lesnar. It doesn't make sense. But anyways, whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, but anyways, TLC was good up until a certain point. Typical WWE fashion. Like, I wish I kind of didn't sit through that whole thing, but it's like you kind of got to. But
yeah, what was that? That's that shirt?
Oh, shit. They sharing SBs?
That shirt right there, son?
Yo. These,
No.
oh shit! Damn.
You know who that is? You know who that is?
I don't know.
Yo, that's Brock Lesnar's daughter. Y'all laughing?
Are you serious? That's his daughter?
Yeah.
Yo, you're gonna hear Paul Heyman's gonna come out.
Yo, Mr. Lesnar, if you hearing this, yo, it's Nick and Danny laughing at your daughter.
Wait.
That's his daughter?
Who's in Heyman's store?
Yo,
Lesnar's
you like,
daughter.
give me let me see your phone.
Oh man.
That's
Yo,
his daughter. His daughter will light you up, so his daughter will light you up.
That is not.
yo, we'll be back. See you guys later.
Yo, you try to delete it.
Nah, this shit's going up there, yo. We need the looks. We need the likes.